Cek satu dua cek, cek satu cek, cek satu dua cek.
Selamat pagi Bapak Ibu semua. Yang tadi disampaikan Prof. Kwon adalah ada dua program yang perlu di install di sini. Yang pertama adalah Voice Viewer. Eh, Mungkin Bapak Ibu mungkin sudah ada di laptopnya ya kalau untuk Voice Viewer. Satu lagi adalah Node Excel ya. Node Excel Basic ini yang tadi diberikan linknya. Yang dipilih adalah yang ke-6 ke bawah. Jadi di atas ada 3, di bawah ada 3, itu yang ke-6, yang paling pojok sebelah kanan yang ada pingnya. Nah itu dipilih dan setelah itu diisi ininya ya, apa namanya, data-datanya untuk bisa di-download dan diinstal. Ini katanya membutuhkan waktu yang lumayan, jadi sebelum dimulai kalau bisa di-download dan install. Terima kasih. Eh, Satu lagi pengumuman, mungkin Bapak Ibu yang ada di row kedua bisa di depan karena nanti supaya bisa di capture ya, bisa ditangkap dalam kamera dan akan baik di menjadikan dokumentasi oleh rekan-rekan dari dokumentasi. Silakan ke depan. Bapak Ibu yang ada di ruangan. And the housekeeping notes for the participants on the Zoom. Maybe you can rename your uh, account in Zoom to your name and your representative affiliations. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I'm very glad that we are in the BRIN can conduct the elaborasi special 18. Yeah. The Research Center for Public Policy proudly present these programs, and we are very happy that we have a guest, Professor Dr. Ki Seok Kwon, and we call it Professor Kwon from Hanbat National University, South Korea, and we also have distinguished speakers, Ibu Dian, Ibu Dian, okay. Okay, but before we begin these programs, I would like to give housekeeping notes. First is about the participants in the Zoom. You may rename your name to the full name and the affiliations of your institutions. And the second one is Professor Kwon already share the link to install the programs. There are two links to install. And the first one is Watch Viewer. The Watch Viewers you can download and install. And the second one is Node Excel. Node Excel is the you can pick the right on the bottom, and with the symbol of the color is pink. Yeah, and after that you fill up the data and then install the programs, because it took kind of 10 minutes or something. Okay, to begin with these programs, I invite Dr. Farida Wismayanti to give the opening sessions. Please, the floor is yours.
Oke, ya, terima kasih Pak Safrizal. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning everyone. Thank you for coming today, and it's a great pleasure to welcome all of you, especially for my speaker, Professor Ki Seok Kwon, and also Ibu Dian Kusumawardani as a speaker today for our special elaboration, because we have a speaker from foreign, so this is a special, because actually we only have to every 2 months or 3 months for this elaborasi, this webinar, but this is the special because we have a guest star. So thank you for your coming, and maybe for this elaborasi special today, we have a topic about the science-to-metric method for science policy, practical guide for Fosfire and Node XL. I think this is the good for us because we can learn about the new methodology, and also we can I think this is very important because we can sharing about this method. And so I think this method is also important for us because it will become increasing the relevant supporting for evidence-based policy making. And so using this tool, maybe we are able to map knowledge structure, explore a collaboration network, and generate insight that can strengthen a strategic discussion in research and innovation, and also for maybe for the publication. So I think this is the new one and very helpful for researcher in Research Center for Public Policy, especially. And this session is designed not only to provide a practical guidance, but also to create a collaborative space where we can exchange ideas, experience, and also perspective. And I hope this discussion will help us better understand on how data-driven analysis can inform policy design, evaluation design, and evaluation, and also future research direction. So once again, I would like to express my appreciation to all speakers and also our moderator, Pak Safrizal, and also all participants that already come in this room, also all our participation in the Zoom meeting, for contributing to this learning opportunity. So I hope this discussion is very important with give our more meaningful for us. Okay, thank you. I officially open this special elaboration session, and I wish you all a productive discussion today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ibu Yanti. I agree that this kind of communication should be two-way, so we exchange the ideas and experiences. And now we have very good speakers, and we'll share the knowledge about the scientometrics in the tools of the scientometrics and node what is it? Node Excel. But before that, we have the first speakers that would share the research and knowledge that she gained. Maybe we will give 15 minutes for Dr. Dian to present your material. So the floor is yours now.
Thank you, Dr. Rizal. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. Today, I want to talk about something that sits at the intersection of two fields that don't talk each other often enough: science, technology, and innovation policy on one side, and the public governance on the other side. My focus is on the Indonesia's BRIN reform that we all already know. It is the largest institutional reform or experiment in the science governance that happened in developing countries right now. Why the integration of BRIN matters? Because the STI scholars design innovation systems. But who holds those systems accountable? Who decide what gets funded and why? That's the governance questions. It is not the technology question alone. BRIN merged 5 agencies, 74 R&D units, over 13,000 researchers. That's not an innovation policy tweak. It is a massive public administration reform. And yet, most of analysis treats it purely as the STI restructuring. We need both lenses. Innovation theory tells us what is to build, but public policy tells us how to govern it. Now, let me clearly look at the number. Next slide, please. So look, when we look at these numbers, 5, like I said previously, 5 major agencies, 30K research personnel, all of those integration occurred in 2021. So in 2021, all of these elements are under one roof. The central question is simple. Can you compress these elements, but still keep the diversity that makes innovation possible? Centralization gives you coherence, but sometimes, or many times, it may kill the creativity, especially for the research personnel inside it. This is where the innovation scholars and the public administration scholars should be in the same room, because this is both an innovation and governance design problem. Now let me analyze the problem by bridging these two words into two paths of the theories. 1 through 3 is the innovation theories framework, and then 4 until 6 is the policy theory. From the National Innovation System Triple Helix Sketch-up theory, they give us the understanding how knowledge production and industrial absorption interact each other. But from the policy side, the mission-oriented policy until the OECD science policy model, they give us direction and coordination framework. And from these two bridge towards, they come up to the conclusion that BRIN's governance challenges cannot be solved in only one lens. We must integrate them with the public administration principles, which is accountability, participation, and democratic legitimacy. All of these three elements of public administration should be inherent or should be embedded in the BRIN's institutional DNA from the start. Next slide. However, the consequences of this bring the governance dilemma, the centralization versus the diversity. Every reforms have trade-off. On the intended gains, when we decide to take the centralized governance, they provide a unified oversight body, streamlined decision-making, coordinated funding, aligned with the national priorities, and reduce fragmentation by eliminating the overlapping mandates. However, we have to look at the risk. The risk is the centralization may reduce the institutional diversity. You lose the competitive dynamics and innovation variety, and sometimes may cause the bureaucratic inertia that slow the responsiveness in every issue that the society needs. This is a real risk of a weak public accountability with limited public participation in priority setting. And there is always the risk of political interference, reducing institutional autonomy. Next slide. And from the perspective of the triple helix analysis, we come up to the solution that almost or more dominant of the government funding research is still dominated in Indonesia as NT. It is quite different with the developed countries. And there is only 7% industry or private sector involvement here. Therefore, when we compare to our neighbor country like Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, the Indonesia configuration is outlier. The policy implication is real. The state dominance requires institutional firewalls to prevent politicization. Weak industry engagement requires fiscal incentives such as tax credit, innovation procurement, and venture capital. We need policy intervention to crowd the private R&D investment that the state alone cannot drive this transformation. Next slide. And here is the paradox. Although we are still lag behind from Singapore, Thailand, but the Indonesia publication share grew from 0.03 to nearly 1% of global output. BRIN has transferred 58 technology licenses to industry. However, the statistics show that the academic upgrading sometimes or many times in Indonesia doesn't equal with the industry deepening. 58 licenses sound promising until you ask whether this is episodic or systemic. Because we only have 400 R&D personnel per million inhabitants. When we compare to Singapore, they have 7,000 R&D personnel per million, and the absorptive capacity is stark. When I take the approach from Lee and Lim, they use the catch-up technology. The catch-up technology can be happen if the firm's ability to internalize the research with the capacity and the capacity building hold together. Without this capacity, the license that we proud of remain isolated successes, not a functioning pipeline. Next slide. Now take a look at the learning from the Korean side. So when we are looking from the Korean, South Korea, they have a different starting point. Because Korea built industrial capacity before the consolidation. But Indonesia consolidate first, then seeks the industrial engagement later. Korea's success rested on the industrial champions with the global competitiveness, long-term capital, and absorptive capacity, all of them built before consolidation. So this is the difference, yeah. And like in this slide, there are the Korean factors, and what the Korean success factor is something that Indonesia challenges. And the next slide. Based on those data, we can conclude that the innovation policy must go beyond patent and publications. This is where two of the scholars, Schott and Steinmuller, transformative innovation policy framework become essential, because the frame of STI policy should not only focus on those sides, but also focus on the socio-technical system changes through experimentation, participation, and the direction. We need to complement conventional research output with regulatory framework, participatory governance in research priority setting, and social impact assessment. As Masakuto 2018 argues, mission should be broad enough to engage public, while focused enough to achieve measurable success. Indonesia in this regard has some strengths to build on. Women make up 44% of R&D personnel, a significant asset. Although there is homework here, because there are pressing inclusion challenges for 3 key areas: the frontier, outermost, and disadvantaged region. Therefore, we need the responsible research and innovation as the standard. Now, this is the recommendation that this short research or the mini research tried to propose. The first is we have to get the public accountability, mandate deliberation in national priorities, and establish independent oversight with civil society representation, and then fiscal incentive. I think BRIN in the first of their born, yeah, on the first of their birth has already promote this, the fiscal incentive. And then, but the fiscal incentive is not enough according to Mas Suto argument, because the state must shape the market, not merely fix them. And then the third, the research federalism, the genuine autonomy for universities and regional office, BRIDA, through block grants, preserving the institutional diversity is essential for the innovation. And then the fifth one is the inclusive STI policy that integrate gender, disabilities, and regional concern into national research. And the sixth is the policy intelligence, where embedded policy scientists in a multidisciplinary teams within BRIN and ministries. And this is my conclusion. Indonesia is running a massive institutional experiment through BRIN. There are two scenarios. In scenario A, BRIN becomes a centralized bureaucracy, disconnected from industry, and 13,000 researchers produce work but never reach the economy. And then in scenario B, Indonesia built a distributed industry, engage inclusive innovation ecosystem, and achieve the real catch-up by 2045. The difference between these scenarios is not about technology, it is about the governance. It is whether we design accountability, participation, and democratic legitimacy into the system, or hope they emerge on their own. Then that's why the policy scientists and the STI scholars should always work together, not parallel, but together, because the most important innovation Indonesia can make right now is in how it governs innovation itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Dian. It's very inspired research and presentations, and it is kind of rainbow because many factors include in this your research. So I would like to get the questions, but I think it is better if you just continue to the second speakers, because the second speakers will share something that kind of lectures. And when I asked Professor Kwon that is it possible to establish in 40 minutes, and he said that I gave this lecture more than 100 times, so 14 minutes or 8 hours is okay. So no problems with that. So we will take the questions after Professor Kwon give the lectures, share the materials, and I hope that the audience in the Zoom and also in this room already installed successfully the programs, because we will have kind of exercise of the post viewers and Node Excel. So Professor Kwon, the floor is yours. Okay, sure.
And science and technology governance in Indonesia. So at the time, we really fascinated the integration of the ministerial body and the research institute in Indonesia. You mentioned diversity and centralization. I think there should be, we have to divide internal side and the external side. Internal side, the centralization is more important, but the external side of the governmental body, that the diversity is more important. For example, in South Korea, between the ministry, there is a real integration. They compete each other. So for example, the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of medium and small size industry, and the Ministry of Industry and Ministry of Health, they do have their own R&D program. So sometimes there's overlapping between those ministries. For example, the startup policy, all the ministry has their own startup policy. So we don't know how different they are. So the coordination between the ministerial R&D program is an issue in South Korea. So centralization wasn't so effective in South Korea because of the historical trajectory, historical development. Because the ministry has their own R&D program based on their own needs. So nowadays they want to coordinate between different R&D program from the different ministry. It's not easy. But in Indonesia, you have the Science and Technology Ministry of Science and Technology, BRIN has a really strong power. So you have a kind of a space to coordinate between different R&D program. That's a good thing. But when we see the external autonomy, still you need more autonomy, more creativity. So that's the one comment. And yeah, and also you mentioned the success factor of the Korean system. That could be a result, not the starting point. Starting point, we don't have much capacity like that. We start from the start. We focused on some certain area, and then we expand our capacity to other fields. Then we can get the global competitiveness. So if we see the longer period, the success factor could be different. So we need to, when we learn from the Korean innovation system, we need to see the different period according to the current condition of the other countries, I guess, other countries' national innovation system. I'm not so clear, but yeah, that's my comments for your presentation.
Thank you, Professor Kwon. So before you continue to present Maybe Bu Dian will give the response for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kwon, for your insights about the Indonesian situation and the Korea. The Indonesian centralization is not a new one, because actually, from the historical perspective, from maybe 1945, yeah, and then before the decentralization era at the time, we have strong the centralization hold. So the BRIN case is actually like the reverse. I can call it like a deja vu from the past, and then we try to continue it but improve it. So that's why I emphasize here that we still try to look at the suitable, yeah, maybe suitable model, maybe the same with Korea. Not the best one, but yeah, that's the suitable one. So when you're talking about that, yeah.
And also, the other point is that when 1960, the GDP per capita is very low. Even that period, we divide 10% as a funding for the science and technology. So we support a small money, even though it is a small money, we distribute the money to university professors. So I need an Indonesian innovation system. You need to increase the grant program for university researchers, and also some collaborative funding between the university researcher and the industry partners. Some kind of that program, project, initiative should be increased than before, for increasing the diversity of the external area. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Kwon. Professor Kwon, so you may continue your presentations and teaching. Thank you.
Thank you. Today I'm going to give a lecture about the scientometric method. Scientometrics means sciento means a science, metrics means a measure. So we can measure the scientific activity based on the bibliometric data. Bibliometrics is information from the book. Biblio means a book. So we can get information from the papers and books. And also technometrics, patent intelligence. So we can get patents, who's the inventor or what's the claim of the patents. So many text information included in that. So we can understand what kind of technology is emerging in Indonesian system, what kind of research network is emerging, is forming in Indonesian national innovation system. So as you mentioned, the evidence-based policy could be possible based on those kind of analysis, I guess. So I'd like to share the PPT file as I shared in the chatting window. Yeah, I can share my screen. Oh yeah, I already shared this file with you. Oh yeah, you can see the screen, yeah. So I have only less than 1 hour. I'm going to share very core knowledge of the social network analysis. Many things you can do in the area of scientometrics, but the social network analysis is a core thing. So in the social network, you can see this slide, the points and the line is the main component of the social network. So node can be called as a vertex and points, and the relation is called as a link, edge, arcs, lines, and ties. So why so many terms in this for the link and node, because the different program use different words. So when I operate the node Excel, you can see the H and vertex. So H means a line, link. Vertex means node, points, the actor. So H means relationship between the different actors. And also relation has a different attribute, like binary and weighted. So weighted network and binary network, and sometimes the directed network, undirected network you can see. So the left bottom side, you can see undirected binary network. So E has a relation, but there is no relation between A and C, and there is no direction. So this is a multi-direction. The reciprocal relation you can see. But the right bottom side, you can see directed binary network. So A loves B, B loves A. C loves B, but B don't love C. B don't care about C. What about the relation between C and D? C loves D, but D don't love C. So there is a direction between different vertex in the network. And the area of mathematics, they call network as a graph. So if you heard graph theory, it's the same as a network. So graph is a same term as network. Okay, let's move on to the other slide. You can see the matrix bottom side. So here, the undirected binary network is converted into matrix. The identical mathematical information you can find. So A has a relation with B, and the other is empty. Empty means zero. And B has a relation A and C. C has a relation B, D, E in the matrix. D has a relation C, E, and E has a relation C, D. The the diagonal. Based on the diagonal of the matrix, you can see the symmetry. Symmetric. This is symmetric information. So you can see the symmetry according to the diagram. What about the directed binary network? There is no symmetry. So right bottom side, you can see the matrix. A loves B, and B loves A, C loves B, D, E, D loves nobody, and E loves C, D. So the column side, you can see A, B, C, D, E. The role is different. They are loving. The function of the A, B, C, D, E in this column is loving. Loving is their activity. But the first row, upper side, A, B, C, D, E, their function is beloved. So the function is different. The node, name of the node is the same. So there is no symmetry between this. So mathematically, the picture, diagram, upper side, and the matrix, bottom side is the same. So when we convert the mathematical information from the bottom side to the upper side, we call this as a visualization. The definition of visualization is like this, okay? So mathematical information, if we convert our mathematical information into a matrix, into a diagram between the node and the link, we call it a visualization, okay? That's the first one. And second one is that we have different forms of mathematical expression, like linked list and H list and matrix. Those three mathematical information is the same. So you can see in the middle linked list, because you use ChatGPT and also Gemini. If you put your sentence in the ChatGPT, that is a vector. So that is a linked list. A, B, B, A, C, C, B, D, E. So the AI, artificial intelligence, recognize the sentence as an element of the vector. So A, B, C, D, E. So if you spell out, if you type the word, then the artificial intelligence recognize it as a vector information, like here in the middle, A, B, B, A, C, C, B, D, E, D, C, E, E, C, D. This is called as a linked list. Then this linked list has the same mathematical information with the matrix in the left side matrix, the symmetrical one. Then right side, we call it edge list. Edge means you like ping pong. Edge means this one, edge. So based on according to the line, you have a pair of AB, BA, BC, CD, CB. So the order is not a problem. It's no problem. AB and BA is the same. So AB, BA, BC, CD, CB, CD, C, DC, DE, EC, ED is the same. Okay. So why do I need this knowledge? If we put our information like this, if we put sentence like we ask AI linked list, then the computer transform this linked list into a matrix or edge list. The edge list is more popular, more attractive to computing. So edge list is more easier for computer to calculate. So if we put our information as a matrix, and then we can get the information transformed into linked list and edge list. If we put the edge list, and then we can transform into a matrix form. So this is all we need when we learn scientometrics. That's all. So our lecture, my lecture, is focused on the from the three types of information. We can transform the three types of mathematical information into this network diagram. That's the visualization. So I let you download the two programs, Verse Viewer and the Node Excel. That is the visualization program. So the scientometric bibliometric information looks like this type of information type is in the form of from the bibliometric, scientometric, technometric information. Then the program is a visualization, who are linked to whom and how strong they are. And can you find some cluster of the network? So sometimes some area, the AI research and the United States and Korea and Japan are linked strongly, and Russia and Eastern European country linked. They forming a cluster, and Japan and Indonesia and Malaysia, they also forming some kind of research cluster. So we can find that kind of picture, that kind of landscape when we investigate some certain research field. So that's the basic framework of our training session today. Okay, yeah, that's the basic knowledge. And the other thing you can understand, by if you read the PPT. And I'd like to add one information. When we want to measure, we want to value who's the boss in the organization, who's the most influential man in the network, then many measure we can apply. So one of the measure is a degree. Degree is the definition of degree is a number of links. Okay, again, the degree, definition of degree is a number of links. How many links do you have? If you have a high degree and then you know many people in the network, so we can find some people who has some many network, many link with other people. Then we can evaluate him as a very popular guy or very strong person in the network. Based on the how many people do you know in the network. So the degree centrality or degree is a way of measuring the strengths of the node in the network. Okay. So if you see in the diagram, so number 3 has a 4 degree. Degree is 4. Number 3. Number 5 is a 4 degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 degree. But the number 4, node number 4 has only one link to 3. So the degree of the node 4 is 1. Degree of node 6 is 1. So who's the most influential, most important person in this diagram? Then you can say 3 and 5. Okay, that's the way of measuring the importance of the node in the network. Okay. So we don't have much time. There is a betweenness centrality, closeness centrality, and eigenvector centrality. You can learn when you read it, no problem. So I'm gonna move on to the program. So if you already download the program, the Node Excel, where we can install and we can share. If you start the Node Excel, then you can see okay, I'm going to share the interface of the Node Excel. Okay. Yeah. Node Excel is look like this. And the left side is, as I mentioned, the metrics and the mathematical information is like Excel. It's a part of Excel. It's a very well harmony with Excel. So left side is mathematical information. Right side is a visualization area. So the logical structure is the same. Left side is you can put the information from the matrix and H list and linked list. And right side is a visualization. So this program make mathematical information into a diagram visualization. Okay. So I already shared the test file. So I'm gonna call the okay. You can see the Node Excel basic. Then there is an import file. Then you can import from here. This file is recording, so you can follow after the class, okay? Yeah, no problem. So I shared the matrix workbook. So the program, the file I shared is the name is the name is that the output. So output Excel file looks like this. I'm going to share again. So when you click the output file, Excel file, you can see the matrix. Matrix left. The first row, there is a spin, center. This is came from the quantum technology in South Korea. So spin, center, quantum, and the state, spectroscopy, and entanglement is the term of the quantum technology. So there is a diagonal is 0, and the symmetric, there is you can see the symmetry. So the column, the name of the column and the name of the first row is the same. So this is a matrix information, as I mentioned in this PPT slide. Okay, so this kind of information also converted into a linked list and H list. I'm going to show you. So we need more time, or how can we make this kind of information? But today I just give it to you. And then this kind of information. So I'm going to move on to Node Excel. And then the Node Excel can import this Node Excel can import this Excel program. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Node Excel here. So here, as I mentioned, the Node Excel basic tab, you can see. Okay, then the left side, there is an import here. Then we can import from the open metric. Then you can see, yeah, you can see this tab. Then in the white box, you can file I shared. Then vertex name. Let me read this message. The matrix workbook has a vertex name in row 1 and column A. Yes. And the matrix workbook represent a directed graph. No, it's an undirected graph. So the matrix is symmetric. Okay. So but vertex names you can choose upper one, and the graph type you can choose bottom one. Then import. Okay, click the import. Then yes. Then you can see left side vertex 1 and vertex 2. This is a form of H list pairs. And right side you can see the H weight. What's the meaning of this one? Motion and framework, motion and microwave, they met 4 times. Motion and oscillator met 5 times. So the matrix mathematical information converted
Excuse me, there is no sound. Please unmute the speaker. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Is it okay? Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay.
I thought there is a howling. Okay. I clicked the unmute. So, do you know the term styling? Hair styling. What's the meaning of hair styling? Make your hair beautiful. Okay. So there is a styling in network visualization. So if the node is important, and then make it bigger. So we can see, this node is important because this node is bigger. Okay. That is a styling. And also the relation between two nodes are very strong. Then we need to make it more thick. If the link is thicker, then we can understand, the relation is very strong between two nodes. But the link is thin, then very weak relation they have. So we call it as a styling. So we can style according to the weight between the relation between the two nodes. So this is you can make styling here, edge and vertex, and edge styling, link styling. You can do it by the width. So many ways you can style in color, style, opacity, visibility label, but I'm going to choose edge weight, the edge width, make it thicker or thinner. So here, edge width option. So you can choose your option from 1 to 10. So I'm going to do it as a default option. So autofill. Then what's the change? Some links are thicker, some links are thinner. Okay. Yeah, test it as styling. And then I mentioned the degree of the network. So this program has a function to calculate the many characteristics of the network, like degree or density of the network. If the network is dense, which means that they have many links between the node, the relation is very scarce, very rare, and then you can call it the density is very low. So that kind of metric characteristics, network characteristics can be measured at this button, graph matrix here. Okay, then you click, you can see many the characteristics of the network. So vertex degree, in degree, out degree. In degree, out degree, in the directed network, we can measure the in degree. Some people love me, then I have a larger in degree network centrality. But out degree is very low. If I love many people, then I have a very higher out degree, but the in degree is low. So in degree and out degree is based on the direction. Okay. And between this and many things, you can find and select all. So this is all measure of the characteristics of the network. So you can, if you click here, you can see explain in the bottom box. Okay. So I'm going to select all and then calculate matrix. Then this program calculate all the measure of the network, like left side. So what's the result? Graph type is undirected because there is a symmetry in the matrix. And the vertex, number of vertex is 95. 95. So 95 node, 95 points we have. Unique edge means links. So unique edge link, number of links is 2,692. So how many links we can make. If we have a vertex 95, there is a possibility of pair. The number of possibility of pair is a 95 multiplied by 94. It's a mathematics from the middle school. Then divided by 2. That's the possible link, possible pair of the network, of the node in the network. Then what's the actual link of the two nodes in the network? So the ratio, proportion between the possible link over the actual link is the density. Density can be defined by that. So we 3 people here, and possible links is 1, 2, 3. But we have only one link between you and me. Then the density is 0.33, 33%. So that's the density of the network. Okay. So by that way, they calculate the density. So here, many network property you can find here. So we can evaluate the characteristics feature of the network by this mathematical measure. Okay. So if you click bottom side vertex bottom here, bottom tab vertex, then you can find the each node has their own degree. So what's the meaning of motion have degree 26? What's the definition of degree? Number of links. So right side you can see the link from the motion. This red line is a 26 red line you can see. What about the framework? Framework is the bottom side framework, bottom side. Then this has a 41 here. You can see the number 41 here. 41 links from the framework. So each node has their own degree number. Okay. So based on this degree number, I'm going to do it node styling. Okay. So make it bigger. If their degree is bigger, and then I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. So go to the node Excel basic tab, and then autofill, and then vertex tab, second tab, and then degree vertex size. So vertex size is visualized by the degree here, like this. You can choose the degree. Okay. Then autofill. Then what's the difference? Yeah. The degree is bigger, and then the node size is bigger. Right side, you can see. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's a better visualization. So what story can I do? I don't know. It's very complicated. I don't know what's going on in this area. So the last part is cluster analysis. We're gonna divide based on their link. For example, we 3 old people, we communicate frequently. You 3 very young people, you communicate frequently. Then you forming a cluster, different cluster between us and between you, different cluster. And you 5 very friendly group. You go lunch together. Then you forming a different group. So we can identify group in organization in BRIN based on their link. How many message have you exchanged in a day? By that information, we can understand what kind of subgroup exists in one organization. So that is the algorithm calculating the cluster subgroup in our organization, So that kind of mathematical technique has been developed from the many years ago. So I'm going to do it group analysis here. Yeah, this one, group. You can see the different color here. Group. Then click the group button and group by cluster. So we can grouping different node based on their interaction. Okay, so group by cluster and click. Then there is a different algorithm here, and you can choose any algorithm, no problem. So I'm going to do it the first one, Closet Newman Moore algorithm. There's many algorithms evaluating the different when we identify different member of the sub. Okay, so okay. Then left side, you can see the G1 and G2. G1 and G2. Then, but there is no change, so you can refresh the group button. So you can see the different color, the sky blue and the deep blue. The sky blue and deep blue has they belong to different group. Okay. So still, I cannot tell what's going on here. So we can make a different visualization of grouping, clustering visualization. So here you can, it's very difficult to find the very small button here. Very difficult. Yeah, sometimes our student cannot find this button, it's so small. Then layout option here. Then the default mode is the layout entire graph in entire graph panel. So one box, and then they express entire network. So we're gonna divide the different group in different box. Okay, so layout the second, you can choose second one. And then I'm going to choose false directed. This is the most frequently used algorithm, false directed. And then you can choose different option, and then you can see the difference between these three. So intergroup edge, then group and group relations. We can visualize. If there is three groups here, and the one A and B has a very strong intergroup relation, but B and C can have a very weak intergroup relation. But A and C have no intergroup relation. That could be possible. So this shows that intergroup relation, okay, as an integrated number, integrated link. Okay. Then refresh the graph. So this is better. So you can see the divided two cluster here. So left side and the right side. So left side is a spectroscopy, entanglement, and the laser atom. This is all related to device experiment, something like that. Then right side is a diffusion, growth, sensor, solid state, and this is more related to application. So we have two groups of cluster here. So two groups is not enough. We need more clusters. Then you can increase the number of cluster like this. So if everybody related to each other, everybody friendly to each other, then they are one group. We are the world, one group. But if we cut the low, weak link between the people, then we can see the structure. So the structure is clear, then we can see, we can make more cluster, okay? So here, I'm going to delete weak link by using this option. Okay. So we're gonna delete the weak link. So here you can see the edge visibility. So we're gonna make it disappear the weak link by using edge visibility based on the number of edge weight. So we can set some kind of threshold of the network. Okay. Option, you click the option, then there is an option. If the source column number is greater than some number, then edge visibility show. Otherwise, edge visibility to skip. Okay, so the threshold is 0. It's a very low. So if there is a link and then they show, but we can set, for example, 9. Then greater than 9, we need 10, 11, 12, 14, 20. That kind of link can only visible in the network. Okay. Otherwise, skip, then delete. Okay. Then I click OK. Then autofill. Then you can see right side the different visualization here. So weak link has been disappeared, deleted. Then from this from this visualization, I can do it once again, the grouping analysis. Here, group by cluster, and the first algorithm I can choose. Then you can see left side, 5 cluster you can see. Then refresh. Then you can see better visualization. So in the area of quantum technology, then we identified 5 clusters here. So left, the blue one and green one and red one and the green one and the blue here. So then we can tell a story, what's going on in this area. So I'm not the specialist in the area of quantum technology. So the physicist is invited by me, and then he said by me, and then we can see this figure together. And then what's going on here? What's the relationship between the two clusters? Then he's gonna be happy to talk about this figure visualization. And this figure is now used in the physics area, so it's gonna be very exciting. He tell a lot of story, and then I write down his saying, and then we can understand what's going on in this research area. Okay, this is the end of the lecture. Okay, very easy. Then based on this lecture, this knowledge, you can expand your experience. Okay, this is the first one, and the second one is voice view. The logic of the visualization program is the same. Okay, so we have 10 minutes. So 10 minutes is enough. Okay, if you click the search, and then you can find the both view. I'm going to show the both view visualization. Yeah, if you download the both view program, and then you can click You can click this file, this file. This is a starting point of the VOSBIO, okay? If you download the VOSBIO program, you can click the VOSBIO file, okay? Yeah. Then you can see this interface. You can see this interface. Okay, yeah. Then you can see this interface here. Okay, very empty. Yeah, this is the start of the VOSBIO. So in the BRIN, can you access to the Web of Knowledge? Web of Knowledge. Yeah, Web of Science, Web of Knowledge. Oh yeah. Okay, so if you go to the Web of Science, you can download the bibliometric information. If you search based on artificial intelligence or keyword like quantum technology or the mining industry in Indonesia, something like that, and then you can download the bibliometric information in the form of text file, as I shared before the start of the lecture, okay? So the name of the file is a savedirect. The name of the file is always the same, savedirect, okay? So I'm gonna import the savedirect file here, okay? Then create. Then you can see the three options here. Let me read the middle one. Choose this option to create a co-authorship keyword concurrence citation, bibliographic coupling, or co-citation based on bibliographic data. Yeah, this is the right one. So in BRIN, you can download the bibliometric information from the Web of Knowledge, Web of Science. Then the text file can be imported by this option, okay? Then second one, let me see. The middle one, let me read the indication. The Web of Science, Scopus, Dimensions, Lens, and PubMed. They are all specialized bibliometric database. So we downloaded the bibliometric data from the Web of Science. So you can choose the middle one. Then next. Then right side, you can choose the file that I shared before the lecture, okay? So to me, I got that in here, the savedirect, okay? Savedirect. Always the same. Savedirect is from the Web of Science. Then, okay. Okay, before doing this, what's the meaning of savedirect? I can show you what the file looks like, the savedirect. Savedirect looks like this. If you open the savedirect file, it looks like this, very complicated. Yeah, this one. So upper side, there is a PT, AU, PA, PE, GP, AF, BF. This is a name of the category. So AF means the author full name. AU means the author's name. And ID and DE means keyword of the paper. So if you open this file in the Excel, you can see the structure. The column has this two-word term is on the column, and then each row has paper information from the site. I'm going to show you a different one. Then if you open it in the Excel, and it looks like this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna share. When you open this file in Excel properly, then you can see this type of Excel. Okay, so here PT, publication type, AU, author, and the AF means here AF means author full name, and the usually use the information is a title. TI is a title of the paper. So each row means each paper, each publication. SO means a source, the name of journal. LA means language. DT means a data type. And the other one is C1 is abstract here, ID. ID means the keyword of the paper, each keyword. So here you can see hate speech, Twitter, intermediary responsibility, included exposure. This is a keyword of the paper, okay? And AB means abstract. So each abstract you can download from the Web of Science. It's a very long. This is text information. You can get information from text. And C1 is the address of the authors of the paper. So the name here and University Vienna and the department and the address code and country. So we can measure the country network and also organizational network and author network based on this information. Okay, so let's go back to the verse viewer. Yeah, so the bibliometric information include that kind of information here. So let's move on to verse viewer again. So here you can choose. You choose save directs and then next. And then there is option co-authorship and co-occurrence. Co-authorship means the organization, also organization country network you can visualize. And co-occurrence is about the keyword network. So co-occurrence, what's the meaning of co-occurrence? Co-occurrence is a keyword is emerged in one paper, and then the keyword has a relation because they emerge. They use the keyword in one paper, one single paper. So we understand that the keyword has a relation. So that's the co-occurrence. So based on this co-occurrence, we can, if we have thousands of paper, and then we can make a big visualization between the network of the keyword. Okay, so I'm going to do it co-authorship network firstly, and organization, co-authorship organization. So if I belong to Hanwha National University, you belong to BRIN, and then we make we write a paper together. Then we have a relation between HBNU, Hanwha National University, and the BRIN. So that's the co-authorship network of the organization. Okay, then next. Then yeah, there is you can make a threshold, and if you minimum number of documents one, then you can see the network of the 122 organizations network. Okay, so here and next, and Seoul National University, Sogang University, the Korean university, many Korean university. Then yes, then you can see the network between them. Yeah. Then this is the density. It looks like MRI visualization of the brain, something like that. So the brighter area is they are very active organization. The darker area, they are lower activity in this area. Okay, so I'm going to show you the keyword network. the same, and then here co-occurrence and the keyword, and then next, and then a threshold is lower, and then here and next, and then finish, and yes. And you can see the network of the keyword artificial intelligence in South Korea. So here, different color means a different cluster, different subgroup. And here you can see the color. So bottom side, you can see the year. Okay. So the yellow one is recent keyword. The blue one is older keyword. So you can understand the different year. What is the recent research topic? What is the older research topic? You can identify. Okay. And density visualization, you can understand what keyword is frequently emerged in this area. So something like that. So left side, you can see the cluster, 28 cluster, cluster 1 and cluster 2. So different color means different cluster. So here in analysis, you can decrease the number of cluster, too many cluster. In the node Excel, only 2. We increase the number of cluster, but here, too many cluster. I cannot say too many things here. So I can decrease the number of cluster here. Minimum cluster size is 1 here. So one node can be a cluster. So this is not rational. This is crazy. So I'm going to increase the minimum number of node in a cluster. So 50. Then update clustering. Then you can see it's more easier, more comfortable to people, to human, because 12 cluster is too complicated. So you can see different color, 5 colors. So blue, green, red, violet, and yellow. So 5 clusters here. Then you can tell a story, what's going on in artificial intelligence research in South Korea based on this cluster analysis. Okay? So this is the end of my lecture. So there are many other visualization programs like Voice Viewer and Node Excel, and the other one is the Payak and UCINet. And nowadays you can use the Gemini. You can ask Gemini, just typing. Just you got the Excel, and then Gemini and Claude, they help you to create the visualization here like this. So I am used to use this program, but Gemini and Claude can help us how to make this. If you put the Excel to, if you give the Excel to the Claude, and then they create a visualization like this by just asking, make it strong relation bigger. Oh, not so bigger, little bit thinner, and then they change based on our request by typing. Okay, so yeah. Because you have to understand what the logical structure of this program. I explained this program. Then now you know how to do this, and then you can ask the AI. Yeah, they do anything. You can ask them. Okay, so maybe I can have another lecture. Then I can let you know how to use the AI, Gemini, and Claude when you do this kind of visualization. Okay, so 10:37, 7 minutes over. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of my lecture, and thank you for listening. And you can learn based on by learning by doing. Yeah. So you learned this technique, and then the recording. you can see the movie recorded, and then you can learn from them. So, and also if you have any question, and then you can ask me anytime before 9 p.m. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kwon. I think it is kind of complicated actually. So it's not easy for me myself to digest those kind of two materials. Yeah. I think I need to maybe more than 10 times exercising by myself to understand this one. Yeah, but luckily that we have YouTube already recorded in this, so maybe we can exercise by ourselves in our house and how to catch up with this materials. And the other one is
And
that
Yuka is he attended my class, so you can ask him. Okay. He's my best student, so yeah.
but he's kind of busy boy, so it's not
Busy
easy.
boy?
Not easy to yes, very busy.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kwon. So we have two speakers in this session. So maybe participants have questions for Ibu Dian or Professor Kwon. I give opportunity to give the questions. I haven't seen the questions in the chat, or maybe if you want to have questions, you can raise your raising hand buttons in the Zoom. So maybe if you want to have questions to Mr. Kwon, to Professor Kwon or Ibu Dian. We still have times.
Yeah, I have to leave now.
Okay. Since that Professor Kwon wants to leave, so I think we have to not the end it, but only for Mr. Professor Kwon. But before you leave, we have the souvenirs that we got to you.
Okay.
So
I have also souvenir for the director. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one, how is it, Bu Payuga? Okay, langsung ya.
So November, I am the vice president of the Asian Society for Innovation Policy. So we're gonna open in the Trisakti University. So BRIN can open a special session. Or I can do more lecture in the session.
November? Is it November? November. Okay.
Which faculty? Which school? What is school? Ya, Pak. Orang lulus ini
Manajemen
I got one. 4 years old. A little different.
This, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Okay, give applause. Thank you.
This is a gift from my university. USB for bibliography analysis.
Okay, Yuka. Foto.
Yeah. USB, the memory is the
Okay. Thank you, Professor. So since that you have a very limited times, maybe you can exit from the.
Is it?
Yeah.
Am I too fast?
Very fast, actually. But actually, it's not your problem. The problem is that it should be in the model of the workshop, not the seminar, because in the workshop you have to be in a two-way communications. So yeah, exercising, but this one is similar, so but no problems because we can learn from the YouTube.
What we did in November this year.
Sure. Okay.
Together today.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. Kwan. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sama kedokteran. I have to leave now.
Oke. Ini udah selesai, Pak?
Langsung di kelas.
Langsung close aja. Oke.
Oke.
Bapak Ibu semuanya, sekarang sudah selesai masa ininya. Kebetulan waktunya sebenarnya masih ada, tapi sudah selesai. Nggak apa-apa. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Untuk itu seminar elaborasi 18 saya tutup. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Untuk teman-teman yang ada di sini mungkin foto di depan.